Here with Reaction is the host of the Dana Loesch Show, Dana Loesch. Dana, good to see you. We see more of this where you have small-time investors buy enough shares to actually make claims like this to the companies that they're buying. Are we going to see more of this, and how does Smith Wesson handle this lawsuit?
Yeah, I think the lawsuit, and I'm so glad that you guys are talking about this, and thank you so much for having me. It's good to see you both. I think that this is really frivolous. I mean, it really is a frivolous suit. I really don't think that it's going to go anywhere, but this is something that they've been doing for quite a while. This is just a new change up, and this is a different tactic for these activist nuns, which is, on a side note, that's a great band name. But this is a new tactic for them because they've previously attended all the shareholder meetings. They've tried to push forward proposals that, no pun intended, have been shot down. They haven't really gone anywhere. And really, anybody could kind of do this, but not everyone does. I mean, the average, American, I think people who have retirement accounts, they have savings, they make different investments. I mean, I think everybody has some investments in something or another, but not everybody goes to shareholder meetings like these nuns do because they have the time to do it. And it's also interesting, too, because nuns typically take a vow of poverty, so they're playing the long game here. But I think the long game might be actually too long for them. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to move the needle because there are way more law-abiding Second Amendment gun owners than there are these activist types. So that math doesn't work.
Reading into this story, Dana, this is actually the first time a lawsuit of this kind has been brought against a gun maker over the manufacture and the marketing of guns. And it's the kind of marketing component, because the gun manufacturers have liability protection under the Republican Protection for Lawful Commerce and Arms Act. It's the negligent marketing that they're trying to target here, which was related to the settlement over Sandy Hook and Remington. So that is kind of where they're going. It's how the marketing has been done under this, and it doesn't make this case any more stable legally.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Dagan, on that, because, I mean, ultimately, when you look at the advertising on this, I always think back to that horrific act of terror, I don't know what you would call it, in 2021 in November, when you had this guy driving this Ford Escape through a Christmas parade. And the first thing that people did wasn't to go out and blame Ford because a third party chose to use their product in a criminally negligent fashion. And the product wasn't advertised to be used in a criminally negligent fashion. So therefore, it doesn't make any sense to go after Ford. And I hold the same with going after firearms manufacturers to prove that they're somehow involved in negligent advertising. First off, I mean, I think it's been a pretty far reach for them to make such an argument. Secondly, that's not what firearms are made for. And third, the firearms that these nuns are targeting, specifically commonly owned semi-automatic rifles, AR-15s, which, as we all know by now, are used in the least amount of homicides that are performed by people acting in a felonious manner in illegal possession of said rifles. In fact, hands, feet, and fists, according to FBI uniform crime reports going back from the first time of measurement and the latest available data, have proven this to be true. That being said, that's the whole point. They're going after commonly owned firearms so they can make a point, establish a precedent, and then further grab other guns.
Nuns called to be activists of the gospel are actually gun activists. How far the world has fallen, Dana.
Even the devil can cite scripture.
That's right. Exactly.
Pretty amazing.
Dana Loesch, that was a pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dana.